Welcome to the second part of Module 4, and thanks again for choosing Accidental Project Manager. The J in the project method stands for GEL. And Module 4 is based on the fourth chapter and focuses on teamwork. In Part 2, we're going to look at the best ways to get team and client buy-in. This is important since you want the team to be all on the same page and for the client to be satisfied with the work the team is doing on their behalf. Let's suppose you developed a course. If you were asked to approve the course, you would be very likely to, wouldn't you? On the other hand, if someone told you to develop the course in a certain way, using a certain number of slides and specifying other parameters, you might have a more difficult time. We can extend this logic to getting team and client buy-in. Involvement in project work is an important tool for getting buy-in. Early on, the team will be involved in creating a team operating agreement. This document helps the team to learn how to work better together before they actually begin the work of the project. The work breakdown structure is another team building exercise. Rather than make unilateral decisions or plans, the project manager should share responsibility with the team. The project manager facilitates WBS creation, but it is the team that actually creates it. And when it is time to organize the plans after estimating the work, the team should participate in that activity as well. By allowing the team to participate in creating their own future, they are more likely to buy into the plans and the intended direction of the work. There may be some resistance, and that's caused by other reasons and where we may need additional tools. Involvement is also an excellent tool for client buy-in, particularly for the project result. As the team builds the work breakdown structure, share some of the details with the client, and invite the client to specify the acceptance criteria. Once the plan is completed, let the client review key aspects of the plan to show that your team is honoring their requirements for end dates and budgets. And finally, conduct some of the acceptance tests with the involvement of the client as at least an observer. When it comes time to ask them to sign off on the project, it should be easy to get if no major quality issues were discovered. Even with quality issues, you can make the necessary corrections and again invite the client to participate in testing and review the results. We'll look at handling the end of the project in the last modules of this course. In cases where involvement may not be sufficient to get buy-in, the next most important tool is clarity. For the team, make sure they are clear on their purpose. What is it they are expected to accomplish? Roles and responsibilities of the team members also need to be clear. And then the actual plans need to be clear. If a team is not buying into a plan and they were involved in creating it, be sure the roles and responsibilities of all the tasks are clear and that all the work that needs to be accomplished is clear. For the client, key messages about the project delivered consistently will achieve clarity. Whenever new decisions need to be made or changes need to be made to the plans, be sure to provide the rationale and be straightforward about impacts. Communicate them clearly. Be sure clarity of the expected outcomes is shared between the client and the team. With these two tools, buy-in is nearly assured. And of course, there'll always be some potential exceptions. When exceptions occur and the team or client isn't buying in as expected, be sure to consider if you are correctly involving people in the work and providing clarity. Be a good listener, determine what the objectives are, and then be prepared to collaborate to make some changes or at least a reasonable compromise. Correctly using these techniques will assure team and client buy-in. Thanks again for choosing this course. If you have any questions, comments, or technical issues, don't forget to contact us at support@ppcgroup.us. In part 2 of the module, we considered how to get team and customer buy-in. In part 3, we'll look at how a project manager can manage by influence without direct authority. See you in the next segment.